Back at it this morning. So I used to grapple for about a whopping 30 minutes yesterday, and blew one of the hydraulic hoses going to the cylinder. So I went ahead and took care of all of them this morning and replaced them. So a little bit of a late start, but after looking at all these hoses, actually I think the best looking one is the one that blew. So I felt like these right here were just going to piss me off later on, so went ahead and changed all those out this morning, and those are now done, other than the big main hoses going to the machine. But I think they've been replaced since it was new. All those are original, so they've been on there a while. So while it's cool this morning, I'm going to jump on the chainsaw, cut up the big tree I took down yesterday, and I got a few more back there. All that will be cleared. I'll get on the skid steer, sort through all my logs, and then I'm going to get started on clearing the back section back here where the house is going to go. Well, the house is going to go right here, but they need some more room. Then I got to clear a 1,400 foot long easement to the back and about an acre back there for the septic field. A lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. There's a good chance it may rain today, and if it does rain enough where it's safe to burn, got some stuff back there that needs burning. Actually, I got some stuff everywhere that needs burning, but I'm going to focus on that, so at least I can open up the site for the pond, where if it doesn't rain for a while, I can at least get started on the pond. So now I'm finally made it over here to the section behind where the new house is going to go, and this is where the ground is by far the hardest for some reason. I don't know why, but I literally just had to dig around about an 8-inch sweet gum tree for 5 minutes to get it out of the ground. Luckily, it seems like the bigger trees come over a little bit better, but the gum trees, they have one hellacious taproot. This is where the stumper comes in very good, very handy right now. We don't have to dig such a big hole around it. Alright, let's see if the pine tree will come over. So what I'm trying to do is run down this. It's like a old, not really a fence line, but it's a row of gum trees, and they're a nightmare to take out, so I'm going to try to break them all up with this timber, and then run in here with the bucket and break them up and put them in the pile. I don't need a whole lot more pulpwood to finish the load off, so I'll probably just cut a few logs out of the bigger trees and just the heck on the rest of this stuff, because I'm tired of chainsawing. And if I don't have a full load, it's not worth hauling it off. Pretty much it costs more to haul it off than it pays, so no half loads. That's how hard the dirt is. And you've seen the trees that I've just been able to rip right out of the ground before. It's just bad when a 4-inch diameter tree stops this thing. here and put the bucket back on and go ahead and, well, I gotta cut that up. I got one more big tree to take down behind me. And then I'll cut those up, and then I have a fair amount of just break stuff up, pile it up, work to do. Then I'll drop what's left of the bigger trees that need cutting up. Well, this is a beautiful sight. I didn't think I'd ever say that again after this winter. But it came a little shower the other day, but this is the heaviest rain since I've started clearing here. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still dry down here, but it's on its way to wet it down a little bit. Just needs to do this for about an hour. Then I'll be able to burn. So the rain's kind of let up a little bit, but it was pretty much raining sideways and small hail. So I think according to the puddles on the ground, it has rained enough to at least burn for tonight. So looks like I'm going to be getting a little of this stuff gone. So I'm going to dig a burn hole right here that I'll be burning in. All the ashes are down in the ground. I don't have to worry about cleaning that big mess up later. So it probably won't be as big as what it needs to be, but it'll be enough to get started, and then I can just dig another one beside it if I need more room. Rain's dying off a little bit, so that'll be good. Everything is nice and soaking wet now, so that's good. And hopefully it rains more tonight. Digging it too deep, but then hit a layer of like rock almost. Alright, well, I'm going to keep on digging away here and get a burn pit dug. So it quit raining and the wind kind of died down. It picked up pretty good. I just set that on fire, and of course the smoke is blowing directly towards the 3 houses that are over there. So I don't know, I'm going to see what it's going to do. I'm not going to add anything to it. I was, hoping it would blow that way, which there's nothing over there for a very long way. So looks like it's just gonna kind of lay in here, so I may just let it go out and not smoke everybody out at 6:30 on a Saturday night. We'll see. I'll let it heat up, see if that changes anything. Well, I just put it out. It started flaring up pretty good, and a lot of smoke was drifting right towards that subdivision through the woods and those houses. So I'll come back tomorrow, maybe the wind will change, and let it blow the opposite direction. That's anywhere from like that direction all the way to that direction would be fine with me. But oh well. To worry about it another day. So I'm getting back after it this morning. So I think we got a little bit more rain last night. Everything else is pretty much going to soak into the ground and dry up today, I think. At least there won't be dust for a day or two. So I got the excavator warming up. I got to go over here and cut all these trees up that I knocked down before I left the other day. I was thinking about doing a fire, but I just lit a paper bag on fire on the ground just to see which way the wind was blowing, and it's blowing the exact same direction over there towards those houses as it was the other day. So I'm not gonna smoke them out on Memorial Day here, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. And I was looking at the forecast later in this week. The wind's supposed to change the opposite direction, so as long as the wind blows back this way towards the area I'm working, I'm fine with that. I'll stack that joker up and burn it on up. All right, well, let me get those cut up, and then I can finish taking down the rest of those trees right there, and that should be all of this area right here. So I got all my pine trees cut up this morning and finished dropping what was left of those gum trees along that back line. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, then that row right there of trees to take down. So about a dozen, 15 or so left to take down. Then all that is done. But I'm gonna put the drone up in there, watch you, and so you can watch me take these 2 hardwood trees down right here. Then we'll go ahead and set the camera up, do a time lapse, cutting all these up. logs I cut. See if I can get a little of that poison ivy off. Not too worried about it. It'll dry up and fall off this week. Helping me for an hour or so to kind of help clean up logs. Stumps down there to the back while I'm working on taking some more trees down. Should finish out my load of hardwood pulpwood. Therefore, I'm not cutting any more after this, because you have to have an entire truckload to send it off. If I cut any more, I'm not going to have enough to make a whole truckload, so pretty much just wasting my time. If I'm going to waste my time, it's not going to be chainsawing. got a few more over there though. And that's the very last tree on this section to take down. I ran out of room. That's the only reason I didn't drop it. So I've got to finish cleaning all this up and then take that down, and then that's it for the house lot section. Then I've got to clear the road or the path and the sewer easement all the way to the back of the farm. And this is the last big tree to come down. I'm glad. I am tired of chainsawing trees up. This project kind of grew a little bit. They all tend to do that sometimes. Cut this up, and got a few sweet gums to take down here, and then I need to go ahead and flag the sewer easement down through there so I can get started on that. My friend of mine's bringing my dozer today, and it'll be about an hour and a half before he gets here, and that'll give me something to work on while I'm waiting on him. And that's a wrap for today. Got a big pile of pulpwood to load out Friday. A friend of mine dropped the dozer off this evening, so that's here now. I can root rake. All the clearing is done. Let's see if I can climb up here without falling on a log. Or having one falling on me. Get up here and get the aerial. Gotta watch out for these poplar logs, they're slick. So, as you can tell, all that's cleared all the way around. House lot area is now a giant pile of brush. And here's the, I guess the house is somewhere in here. And I was able to get everything cleared all the way up to behind the old farmhouse. So, got a good area cleared, and I went in there and started clearing for the septic easement. It's about a 30 foot wide, 1400 feet long path all the way to the back where the septic field is, because none of the area in here perked. That might perk over there, I don't know, but they have to come back out here and check it. But regardless, we're making a path all the way to the back so that he actually has access to the property he has. There's another 32 acres from behind where I cleared that's all wood, so he would like to be able to have access to that. Well, hopefully it rains into the week and I can start burning some of this stuff, because as you can tell, I've got brush everywhere.